The Hey, hi. Can everybody say hello to me? Welcome to Form 3 Math Seminar by Gaby. So make sure you join the correct class. So at this hour, this class is conducted in English. Do you want it to be in English? If you want Mandarin, it will be later, 4 p.m. So you know that what class you are joining. So this is conducted in English. Okay, guys. Now, first question. Have you gotten your notes? Do you have seminar notes with you? It looks like this written midterm exam seminar. Okay, Musa, yes. How about the rest? Okay, if you haven't received your notes, you can always download PDF file. You know that, right? Kezia, do you have notes? Bernice, you have notes? Okay, yes. Now with this 1.5 hour class, okay, we're gonna focus on just few topic. Okay, 1.5 hour, we can't really do much. Okay, so let's look at the content page. Okay, everybody, let's look at content page. So there are so many chapters in it, but today we will only focus on, okay, in this 1.5 hour, okay, we will focus mainly on exam topic, which is definitely indices. It's important, right? So for those who attended my normal class, so you know that this week we are doing index revision. But unfortunately, most of the people forgotten everything, like all the rules, how to solve. Okay, so this is your Form 3, Chapter 1. So definitely we're going to cover this. Okay, and we will cover consumer mathematics, which is Form 3, what chapter? So this chapter is about I equals to PRT, ROI, this thing. It is Form 3, Chapter 3. Okay, Form 3, Chapter 3. Now, you see, there's no Chapter 2 here is because Chapter 2, we will do revision in our class. And Chapter 2 is actually quite easy. So that's why I don't want to spend time in seminar. Is that okay? Okay, then after Chapter 3, okay, we might have extra time. Okay, so I'm thinking if we can do some random mixed question. Okay, so you know that maths, even though exams say come out Form 3, all the topic in Form 3, but there are some knowledge that they will use back things in Form 1 and Form 2, like algebra. Algebra you learn in Form 1, Form 2. So definitely you will see it in Form 3. So there's no way you can run away from all these chapter. Even circle 2 pi r squared. So some topic in Form 3, you might need to use the knowledge. Okay. But today, okay, see lah, okay, index, consumer, random mixed question. Okay, or if we really have extra time, then we can do circle a little bit. 2 pi r squared. Okay, so let's start with our class. Okay, everybody go page. Can you say page 24? Okay, let's go page 24. Page 24. Yeah. Okay, index, there's only 3 questions here. Okay, because we need to do a few topics today. So that's why not much question in one topic. Okay, page 24, everybody. Now, index. Now, anyway, we have to repeat a little bit of the rule, okay, just in case some people still don't know. Now, if it's a to the power of -2, okay, guys, if I want to change this power to +2, how should we change this thing? So if I want the power, the index to be positive, because now it's negative. So if I want to make it positive, so we can just change position. So now a power -2 is on top. So we can bring this thing down. If I bring this thing down, then it become 1 over a square. Okay, now same thing goes to if I have 1 over a power -2. If I want to make this positive, so we can move this thing up. Then it become a power 2. Hey guys, is my voice clear? Any laggy? Clear, clear. Okay. Now, if you see a to the power of m bracket n, okay, what do we get? So the base is a, so the answer will still be a. So whenever you see bracket, the power times together, so we get mn. Okay, so if you see a to the power of m times with a to the power of n, so what do we get? So both same base, so we will get back a. If you see times the power with plus together, m and n plus together, so it's m plus n. Okay, this one very important. So a power m, if divide by a power n, so what do we get? So it will be a to the power of m minus n. M minus n. Okay, so if it's a to the power of 0, what is the answer? Anything to the power of 0 is equals to 1. Yes. Okay. If I see square root, so a power, square root can change to what power? Square root can change to 1 over 2. So, okay, then cube root a. So if it's cube root, so it will change to a to the power of 1 over 3. Okay, now let's do page 24. Okay, student who just came in, we are doing page 24. Now find the value. So you are not allowed to key in anything in calculator at this moment. So check the base first. So the base given is 3, 7, 3, 49, 9, and 7. Okay, so the rule of index is only same base we can combine. So 3 is the smallest. You cannot change any base. This one will remain. 7 can change base or not? 7 cannot also. 7 is the smallest already. Okay, 3 cannot. Okay, then how about 49? 49 can change base or not? Yes, right. 49 can change to 7 square. Okay, then check next. 9 can change base or not? 9, yes. 9 can change to 3 square. Okay, so our first step is try to simplify it. Okay, so the first one, base 3. When you see bracket the power times together, right? So what do we get? 3 over 4 times 2, so which is 3 over 2 times, okay, so the base 7 remain. Okay, now this power times together. Okay, negative 2 times 2 over 5. So it is negative 4 over 5. So this is seminar book. Did you fill in any form previously? Any request that you want seminar notes? Okay. This is not the normal notes we use in the class. So this is actually extra class. But it's okay. You can actually download PDF file in the PDC website after that. Okay. At this moment, you write on paper first. Because this event happened like two weeks ago. So all the students actually requested notes. Yeah, but if you are new student, it's all right. You just attend class, you can download PDF file, or maybe you can request it later also. Okay, I can tell you where to request. Okay, but now, okay, you write on paper. Okay, continue. Divide, okay, divide, so bracket, this 3 power 1 over 2 remain. Okay, times 49, we can change to 7 square, correct? Now, once you change base, make sure you put bracket. So negative 2 over 5. Okay, over 9, we say that can change to 3 square. Put bracket 1 over 4 times 7. Okay, so what can we do here? Okay, we complete. Okay, we settle things on top first. Okay, I will do this whole thing, okay, separately. Okay, because you see there's a divide on top. Okay, so this thing, if I do separately, okay, write one more time, it will be 3 power 3 over 2 times 7 power negative 4 over 5. Okay, when you see divide, we can make it over. Okay, then 3 power 1 over 2 times 7. Okay, how about the power? So these two times together, so we get negative 4 over 5. Okay, what do we get? Now, you see exactly the same thing. So 7 power 94 over 5. 7 power 94 over 5. So these two things can cut away. No more. Okay, so next, yeah, when you see base 3, 3 and 3, the same. So we write 3 one time, and what do we get for the power? So if it's divide, we minus, isn't it? So we say 3 over 2 minus 1 over 2. So what do we get? 3 over 2 minus 1 over 2 is 2 over 2. And 2 over 2 means it is 1. Yes, so it means 3. Okay, 3 power 1. So which means everything on top here will become just 3. Okay, will become 3. Okay, then, okay, we continue. Okay, continue. Okay, continue here. So everything on top here will be 3. Okay, over 3. Okay, this 2 and 1 over 4 simplify. So which is 1 over 2 times 7. Okay, next. Now, when you see same base, 3 and 3, so we get 3. Okay, what is the power at the end? So when it is divide, the power we minus. So this is power 1 minus 1 over 2. Okay, what do we get? 1 minus 1 over 2. So we get 1 over 2. Okay, we get 1 over 2. Then the 7 is at the bottom. Don't forget. Don't bring up. So the 7 is supposed to be at the bottom. Now, can 3 and 7 change base? Can we change further? Cannot. 3 and 7 is the smallest already, so you can't change. So meaning, okay, your final answer will be, I write it here. Okay, so the final answer, you just have to make it, okay, 1 over 2 is also means square root, right? Just how we say. So this is actually square root 3 over 7. So this is the value. Because you cannot do anything already for base 3 and 7. Okay, let's do more. Okay, question 2. Okay, this one 4 marks. Okay, check first. So whenever you see bracket, okay, bracket, the power outside, you have to give it to every single thing inside every single thing. So if, which means negative 2 will get power 3. P, the 5 here, will get power 3. Negative 2 will get power 3. And 1 over 6 will also get power 3. Okay, then later, okay, we check first. Then here we divide a fraction. Divide we can change to times. If we change it to times, so these two things terbalik, right? Terbalik. Okay, so first step we arrange. Okay, so these 3 expand it, so negative 2 cube. Then the P, 5 times 3, 15. Okay, the Q, negative 2 times 3, negative 6. Over R power, okay, 1 over 6 times 3, 1 over 2. Okay, so we say divide, change to times. Once you change to times, so we have this square root P square R. Okay, next. Now this 1, negative 2 power 3. So what do we get? Answer positive or negative? If you cube a negative number, you will always get negative. So negative 2 cube is actually negative 8. Okay, why the 1 over 6 become 1 over 2? Because 1 over 6 need 2 times 3 ma. 1 over 6 times 3. So we get 3 and 6 simplify, so which is 1 over 2. Okay, continue. Okay, this one, okay, everything remain first. P power 15, Q power negative 6, okay, over R power 1 over 2. Okay, then times. Now when you see square root, because you can't square root PR also, so the square root we can change to square root can change to power 1 over 2, right? P square R. So later this 1 over 2 we can expand. Okay, so what can we do for this side? Nothing. You cannot simplify anymore because P, Q are all different base. So this thing you have to copy one more time. Write everything one more time. This one nothing you can do. Okay. Meanwhile, this 1 over 2. Okay. P power 2 times 1 over 2, which is 1. R power 1 over 2. Okay, so what can we do next? Okay, what can we do next? Okay, do you see exactly the same thing here, which is R power 1 over 2. Here also R power 1 over 2. So these two, we can cut it away. Okay, then you left only P. So here P power 15 and times P. So at the end, the answer will be negative 8 P power 16 Q power negative 6. Okay, number 3. Okay, let's go. Now solve. Okay, this question, it looks so similar to our normal class question this week. Find x. Okay, so check. So now we have base 3, base 5, base 15, and base 5. Okay, so same base supposed to be on the same side. So this one 5 and 5. So you should arrange them on the same side. And then this 3 and 15, you can put it on the other side. Okay, so how? So this base 5 now is times. If I bring it over, become divide. So for this 3, I can bring to the other side from times become divide. Okay, so this thing we write it this way. 5 power x plus 1. Okay, divide means over 5 power 2x plus 3. Equal, okay, the 15 remain. So 3 bring over become divide by 3. Understand or not? Okay, always make sure same base on the same side so that you can combine them. If base 5, one is on the left, one is on the right, you can't do anything. Okay, so move it to the same side. Okay, then this 15 divided by 3. Okay, can divide as usual number. So 15 divided by 3, so we get 5. Okay, on the right hand side, we get 5. Okay, on the left hand side, what do we get? So when we see same base, so we write 5. And what do we do to the power? So if it's divide the power minus, correct? Okay, x plus 1 minus, now don't forget to put bracket, 2x plus 3. You need bracket. Okay. If it's 5, what is the power, guys? So 15 divided by 3 is 5. So what is the power for this 5? If you don't see any power, it means 1. Okay, don't forget about the 1. Now, when you do this kind of question, solve, you have to find x. Make sure left and right same base. So here base 5, on the other side also base 5. So the base 5, not important. You can just ignore the base 5 already because we want to find x. So power and power equal. So you can write this equation separately. X plus 1 minus, okay, so this minus you need to expand, minus 2x, negative, positive, minus 3. Make sure you change to minus, equals to 1. Okay, x plus, okay, x minus 2x. X minus 2x is negative x. 1 minus 3 minus 2 equals to 1. Okay, guys, what is x answer at the end? Okay, if you want to find x quickly, so you see now x is negative x. Bring negative x over. Move this one to this side. Okay, negative x, if bring over, become x on the other side. Okay, negative 2 minus 1. So x equals to negative 3. Okay, Ken. Florentina, are you TDC student? Musa, are you TDC student? Jody, are you TDC student? You are non-TD, or you are non-TDC. Oh, yes. Do you usually take maths? Do you usually, which tutor you attend usually? Ah, I see. Okay, just curious. Okay, now guys, 3 question of index done. Okay, if you want to do more, so like I say, next week, we will do more revision also in our normal class. Okay, now let's go to chapter 3. Okay, now chapter 3, we already done learning in our class. So this is quite a long chapter. So there's so many things. Okay, let's see if you still remember everything. Okay, number 1. Xinhua makes a savings of 5,000 in the bank. Simple interest rate 2.5%. Then calculate her total saving after 10 months. Okay, important thing, 5,000. Interest rate 2.5% per annum. And what is her total savings after 10 months? You guys, what formula should we use here? When you see this question, what formula? The moment you see simple interest, faedah muda, which is I equals to PRT. Yes, I equals to PRT. So Tsinghua saving 5,000. 5,000 means it is P. Then the rate 2.5% is R. And then the T, what should we put? The T must be in year, but now 10 months. So 10 months, how many year? So 10 months, we have to put 10 over 12. Okay, I equal 5,000 times R is, okay, remember percent you have to divide by 100, 2.5 over 100. Okay, the time is 10 over 12. Okay, come on, calculate for me. 5,000 times 2.5 over 100 times 10 over 12. So what do you get? You get 104.17. I means interest, but the question asks what is total savings. So don't stop here. So total savings is, you're gonna add Xinhua own money, 5,000. 5,000 plus the interest given, 104.17. So the total savings is 5,104.17. Okay, sometimes they will just ask interest, sometimes they will ask total. Okay, number 2. Nana makes a savings of 20,000 in a fixed deposit account with interest rate 4% per annum, compounded yearly. Calculate matured value after 12 years. Okay, take out your highlighter. So all this important thing. 20,000, interest rate 4%, compounded yearly, and calculate the matured value. Matured value means MV, and then after 12 years. All this important. Okay, so the moment you see decompound, you guys still remember the formula or not? What is the formula of compound interest? Compound interest, okay, let's write it out. The MV equal P bracket 1 plus R over N to the power of NT. Okay, to the power of NT. So MV means total, including interest, including your own money, matured value. Okay, P is the initial money. Okay, the starting, the initial money. Okay, R is always means percent. T is time in year. Okay, guys, how about N? Okay, in this case, what should we put as the N? Everybody tell me. N means the number of times you get interest in 1 year. Like how many times you will get interest in 1 year. So they say compounded yearly. Every year, 1 time. So which means the N is 1. Okay, so which means the N is 1. Okay, then how about the R? Okay, R, make sure you know that it's percent, which is 4%. You need to write properly. Okay, the P is 20,000. Okay, the R is percent. 4/100. It is better write as decimal 0.04. Okay, then the N just now we say is 1 because compounded yearly, one time in a year. Okay, then the T is after 12 years, so 12. Okay, so now sub everything, find the answer. If you got answer already, send me. 20,000 bracket 1 plus R is 0.04 over 1. Our NT, N is 1, T is 12. 20,000, okay, things in the bracket here. So we get 1.04 power 12. Okay, the final answer is 20,000 bracket 1.04 power 12. 32,020 ringgit 64. Okay, the question asks matured value MV. So this is the answer. Okay, shall we continue? Hey guys, let me ask you, so far in Form 3, okay, you already learned until which chapter? Okay, in our class, in my class, we learned until chapter 4. We've done chapter 4 already. So which chapter do you find it the hardest to you? Among these 4 chapters, chapter 1, 2, 3, 4, which chapter is the hardest? Was that 3? Okay. But it's 1 and 3. 1, Gaby, number 1. Is that 4? You sure 4? 4 is drawing, oh. Okay, about 3. About 3. Okay, I think 1 is quite objective lah. Sorry, I mean it's quite subjective because if you like maths, then you will like chapter 1. Because chapter 1 is all number. Okay, but mostly people will say chapter 3. Chapter 3 actually, some people find it fun, some people hate it, which is this chapter. Okay, let's continue. Now, in the year of 2016, Blackpink bought unit trust with a bonus of 10,000. After 2 years, they sold all the unit trust, received 10,400. They received dividend. Okay. So there's dividend to 350 ringgit twice during the period they were holding the unit trust. Calculate the return of investment. All right, so return of investment, nilai pulangan per laporan. You need to find out how much, okay, do they earn from this investment. But return on investment is always in percent. So we call it as ROI. Okay, still remember how to find ROI? From the phrase, you know what to do already. Return of investment. Okay, or maybe sometimes they will say return on investment. So ROI is always in percent. So you need to find total return, jumlah pulangan, the total profit that you make, divided by total investment, the money that you invested initially, and then times 100. Okay, so now, how much is the total investment? We write it out. Blackpink bought unit trust with the bonus of 10,000. So which means total investment, the money that they invested is just 10,000. Okay, 10,000. Okay, next, we need to find total return. Return means profit. Okay, try imagine. They use 10,000 to buy unit trust. After 2 years, they get 10,400. How much is the return? How much is the return? The total initial. I said yes. The total investment here means the initial investment, initial money that invested. Because sometimes a person might invest into few things, then you just have to total up the total investment. Means the starting. Okay, so 10,000, then after that, after 2 years, get 10,400. So the profit is only 400, not 10,400. So the profit is only 400. And then what else is the return? What other form? So they give return in the form of dividend. Dividend is also income. So dividend, they get 350 ringgit twice. Okay, so now let's find total. Here, total return. Okay, total return. 10,400 minus 10,000, so we get 400. Plus dividend 350 twice, so times 2. So they get 400 plus dividend total receive 700. So total return they get is 1,100. Understand? The profit that they make. So if you have total return and if you have investment, you can put them together to get ROI. So total return 1,100 divided by investment. So they invest 10,000 then times 100. Okay, guys, calculate how much. %11. So the return that they make is 11%. Yep. Okay, so remember ROI, you only need these two things, return and investment, then put them together. Okay, number 4. Gomez invested 24,900, okay, 24,900 in share P with averaging strategy in April and May. In April, the price of share P is 2 ringgit and 10 cents. Okay. So it's like this amount of money separate into 2 months because use averaging strategy. Averaging strategy means don't invest one shot. So Gomez split the money into 2 months, April and May. Okay, in April, the price of share P is 2 ringgit and 10 cents. While in May, the share price of P become 2 ringgit and 4 cents. Calculate the number of share owned by Gomez. Okay, with this 24,900, how many unit can Gomez buy? Okay, so we just take it as these 2 months, okay, the money that Gomez have separate into 2 months evenly. Okay, 24,900, we divide it by 2. So each month invest how much? 12,450. Okay, meaning April, Gomez got 12,450, and then May also got 12,450. Okay, for April, okay, the share price is 2 ringgit and 10 cents. With 12,450, how many unit can he buy? Can she buy? So what we have to do? 1 unit is 2 ringgit and 10 cents. Okay, we take 12,450 divided by the price per unit. See how many unit can Gomez buy. Okay, guys, you got a lot of decimal, right? Okay, tell me how many units should we buy? You are finding number of unit. So number of unit, you cannot have decimal. You cannot have decimal. You cannot have like I want to buy a 4.5 unit. No, you must get whole number. So what should we write then? Okay, you divide already. Okay, a lot of decimal, right? Okay. So you get this answer on your calculator. Right? Okay. So we should write 5,928, or we should write 5,929. So 8 or 9. Do we carry forward? Okay, 0.5, do we carry forward? So the answer is no. Okay, remember, you cannot carry forward. It's not because of this one 5, you need to carry forward. Even this is 1, this is 2, or any other number also cannot. This amount of money, 12,450, only managed to buy 5,928 units. Okay, all the decimal at the back you can just ignore, which means you got not enough money to buy. Do you think they will free you 1 unit? If let's say your money only managed to buy 4.5 unit, do you think that okay lah, they free you half unit, straight away 5 unit give you? Not possible. Not possible. Your money is not enough, so you can only get 4 unit, even if it's 4.5. Understand? Okay, then April, how many units? Sorry, May, how many units? Okay, May, the share price will be different. Okay, with this same amount of money, 12,450, divide by the price, 2 ringgit and 4 cents. So May, the price of share become cheaper, which means she can buy even more. All right, she can buy 6,102. Yes, cannot carry forward 2 units. Okay, so the question asks, calculate the number of share owned by Gomez. So the total share, total units, 5,928 plus 6,102. So at the end, 12,030 units. Okay, let's go to question number 5. Mr. Bean purchased unit trust R on 1st January 2018, amounting 200 ringgit at 85 cents per unit. Okay, so which means January 1st, use 200 ringgit, okay, to buy this unit, okay, to buy 85 cents per unit. He then continued purchase the particular unit trust amounted 200 each month for 1 year. So every month, he gonna just buy 200, 200, 200 consecutively for 1 year. Okay, the purchase price per unit of the share varies according to the market price each month. Every month, the price will be different. Okay. On 31st December 2018, which is the end of the year, he managed to hold 3,105 units of share. Okay, because every month, he spent 200 to buy share. So collected 3,105 units in total. All right, question 1. Calculate the average cost per share. Okay, how do we find average cost per share? Cost per rata per unit. 1 unit, how much? Because every month the price will be different. So you need to find average. So every time if we find average cost per share, it's just cost divided by number of units. Then you can find cost per share. Okay, cost means the total cost he spent. You guys, can you tell me how much is the total cost he spent? If he spent 200 consecutively for 1 year, so the total cost 200 times 12 months, so which is 2,400. Agree? So the money that he spent is 2,400. Okay, then how many unit? Do you know how many total unit he got? Yes. They actually tell us 3,105 unit. So we can find average cost per share. Cost puratas a unit. So he spent 2,400 ringgit and then divide by 3,105 units. Okay, average one unit, how much? Average one unit is 0.77. Okay, one unit is 0.77. Okay, number two, calculate the total units to be held by Mr. Bean. If he purchased the unit trust with a lump sum of 2,400 in January. Okay, let's imagine if he never separated, never used averaging strategy, meaning every month 200, 200, 200, never use this strategy. So he spent 2,400 one shot in January. How many unit he can get? So do you think more or less unit? If you do it separately every month, you get 3,105 unit at the end. So what if January, which is this price, you put everything 2,400 in it, you can get more or get less? Get more or get less unit. So look at the price. 0.77, this is cheaper. Cheaper can get 3,105 unit. If everything buy at this price, 85 cents, which is more expensive. It is more expensive meaning he can get lesser unit, right? Logically, lesser unit. Okay, how many unit? So to find, so we take 2,400 divided by the share price. January share price, how much? 85 cents. How many units? Let's try. Let's see. If he do so, he only get 2,823 units of share. And then get lesser because the price is more expensive. So when you buy share, the good strategy should be averaging strategy. The meaning even if you have a sum of money, you should not buy everything one shot. Because the share price might get cheaper next month. You don't know. So you should save a little bit of remaining so that every good opportunity you invest. So always invest at a lower price so that you can get profit after that. Now, among separately continuously purchased, which is every month 200, 200 versus lump sum purchase, one shot, January, dump in everything. Which strategy is more beneficial for Mr. B? And explain your answer. Okay, of course, which one is more beneficial? Separately, continually purchase is better. Okay, but how to explain? Okay, guys, can you write me your answer? Like what you will write in exam? Okay, I see if exam can be accepted or not. Okay, try write your version. Show me. If you want to explain, okay, now you know that separately and continuously purchase. Pembelian secara berasingan dan berturutan good, but why? How to explain? The reason why we use this strategy, it is so time consuming. You gotta wait every month like that. The reason is because we might get the share price, the cost lower. The cost per share will get lower. Then only you can get profit. Okay. So yes, I show you a proper answer. Okay, you copy this. Wait, the proper answer. Okay, this a bit messy, but I think you still be able to read it. Okay, separately and continually purchase is more beneficial because he manages to get a lower average purchase price and hold more units when compared to lump sum purchase. On top is English, bottom is BM. If you learn maths in BM, you copy the BM one. Okay, so you may write now. If done writing, type done. Okay, come on, you write first. Okay, done. Let's go next one. Okay, next. Okay, Tutu had 50,000 in a savings account. Okay, so this one, total 50,000. He uplifted half of the saving. Okay, half of the saving, open fixed deposit account with interest rate 3.8% per annum, compounded half yearly. While the remaining savings invest into share market using averaging strategy in January and February. He bought share A at the price of 2 ringgit 25 cent in January and subsequently 2 ringgit 30 cent in February. After 1 year, he sold all the share at the price of 2 ringgit 45 cent. Okay, understand this question. So Tutu had total 50,000. So he used this 50,000 into two parts. So first half, use it for saving. They put in fixed deposit account. So this saving, they give compound interest. How do we know? Because the word compound here. So the bank give compound interest, 3.8% and so on. And the remaining half of it used to invest into share market, buy share. So for this half of the amount in buying share, so these buy share with 2 different months, which is January and February, okay, by using averaging strategy. So the remaining 50,000 divided by 2, so which is 25,000. Then this 25,000 split it into 2 months again. Okay, understand that? Then every month share price will be different also the price. 2 ringgit 25 cent for January and 2 ringgit 30 cent in February. After that, after 1 year, he sold all the share at this price. Okay, number 1. Calculate the return of investment for fixed deposit after 1 year. Okay, return on investment, nilai pulangan pelaburan, which means ROI. Correct? If you want to find ROI, what do we need? Yes, the space given here a bit limited. We need to write quite a lot of things. So your handwriting, try to write it smaller. Okay, ROI, we need 2 things only. Total return, the profit, divided by total investment, and then times 100. Alright, just now we say. Okay, let me ask everybody, how much is the total investment for fixed deposit? How much is the total investment? How much Tutor used to save in this account? Is it 50,000? 50,000 separate into two parts. First part used for savings, another part used to do investment, buying share. So which means for this fixed deposit account, so the total investment is only 25,000. Agree? So the total investment is 25,000. Okay, done. Now, total return, how to find? Return means profit. Okay, to find profit, okay, we need to calculate. Okay, we need to use MV. We need to find in this 1 year, okay, how much to get. Okay, we need to use MV equal P bracket 1 plus R over N to the power of NT. Okay, we're gonna use compound interest formula. Okay, P how much? So the money that he invested, 25,000 bracket 1 plus, okay, R how much? The percent. 3.8%. 3.8% is 0.038 divided by 100. Okay, and N is how much? What is the N we should put? If they say compounded half yearly, every half a year compound one time, then 1 year compound how many times? Every half a year, so which means 1 year get 2 times, right? Every half a year, every 6 months, 1 year 2 times. So the N is 2. Bracket N is 2, T is, okay, how many years? After 1 year, so the T is 1. Okay, let's calculate NB. $25,000 bracket 1.019 power 2. So 25,959.03. You get this? Okay, so this is the total MB, total amount to have 1 year. So now go back to the formula of ROI. We need return. Okay, guys, can you tell me how much is the return, the profit? If 1 year later, his account has this amount of money, don't forget, he actually saved 25,000. 25,000 is his own money. At the end, he get 25,959.03, which means the profit is only 959.03. Agree? It's only this, because 25,000 is his own money. It's not counted as profit. Okay, so now we can find ROI. Okay, so to find ROI, total return, which is 959.03, divided by total investment, 25,000 times 100. Okay, let's calculate. Is this investment good or bad? So at the end, 3.84%. Okay, in this 1 year, so he saved money in this fixed deposit account, get return 3.84%. Okay, whether good or bad, don't know. Okay, it's considered not really decent. If investment, you should get about 5-6%. 3 point something is quite low investment. I mean, quite low return. Okay, now number 2, calculate the average cost per share for share A owned by Tutu. Okay, to calculate average cost per share, just now, what did we say? If I want to find cost per share, I just need cost divided by number of units, right? Okay, how much is the cost? Now we are talking about share. We are talking about another half of the money already. Okay, the saving part's already done. So the remaining money to save in, invest in share market, correct? Okay, share market. So then how much is the cost? So it's straight away the remaining 25,000. Hello. Faith. Are you the Faith I know from Puchong Jaya? Oh, okay, okay. Cool. Okay, we are doing seminar notes, page 25. We are doing page 25. Okay, then how about number of unit? How many unit did the question tell us? Okay, the question only tell us that, it only tell us that the price per unit for January and also the price per unit for February. Okay, so assuming that 25,000, okay, he has 25,000. So this 25,000 divide into 2 months. Okay, each month, how much? Okay, divide by 2 months. Okay, each month is 12,500. Okay, let's find January. So January, the share price is 2 ringgit 25 cents. How many unit he can buy with this amount of money? Now he has every month, January, February, each month has 12,500. It seems like just now the question when we find number of units. Okay, so we take 12,500 divided by the price per unit for January. 2 ringgit. 2 ringgit, how much? 2 ringgit 25 cents. Okay, 2 ringgit 25 cents. How many unit? Okay, you get 5,555. Okay, 5,555 units. Okay, leave it aside first. Okay, how about February? Okay, February, he has same amount of money, 12,500. Okay, divide by the share price for February. Okay, February is 2 ringgit 30 cents. Okay, 2 ringgit 30 cents. He can buy 5,434 units. Right? Okay. Total how many units? Okay, let's find total units. Total unit 5,555 plus 5,434. Total up 10,989 units. Okay, so this is the total units. So now can we find average cost per share? Okay, finally, yes, because to find average cost per share, again, we need these two things. We need cost, which is 25,000, we already know. We need number of units. Okay, now we have number of units already. Okay, so what is the average? So average cost per share. So the cost is total 25,000 divided by number of units 10,989. Okay, how much? RM2.28. So the cost per unit is RM2.28. So if he separate into 2 months, so it's actually better because if he put everything in January, RM2.30, which is expensive. Okay, so he managed to bring it down to RM2.28. Okay, but of course January is better because RM2.25. But you would not know January is the best month. So you have to save a little bit money for the following month, then find average. Okay. Now compare the return of investment for fixed deposit and share. Which is more profitable? Explain your answer. Okay, because he has this 50,000 and then this 50,000 separate into two investment. First investment is saving. Another investment is share market. So now they ask you to compare these two, which one better? Okay. What measurement do we use to compare? Like whether which investment is good? We look at what? You invest, of course, you want to know the return. You see, you have to compare which return is the best, correct? So we always compare the ROI, return of investment. For savings, the fixed deposit, so just now we found ROI 3.84. But how about share? What is the return? Okay, we haven't found yet. Okay, we haven't found yet. So you cannot straight away jump to conclusion, oh, share better. Then you have no proof. Okay, so we need to use ROI compare with another ROI. So now we need to find ROI of share. Okay, what do we need? Total. Okay, again, ROI. You see, look at this ROI. We need total return and total investment. So what is the total investment for share? 25,000, right? Okay, what is the total return? How much is the profit earned? Okay, this one we haven't found yet. Okay, so we found the cost is 2 ringgit 28 cent, right? After 1 year, he sold all the share at 2 ringgit 45 cent from the question. Is there any profit made? Okay, I repeat, the cost is 2 ringgit 28 cent. Okay, after 1 year, he sold at 2 ringgit 45 cent. Got profit or not? Yes, right? Okay, 1 unit, how much is the profit? So we minus, okay, 2 ringgit 45 minus 2 ringgit 28. Okay, the profit is 17 cent, 1 unit. How many unit? How many unit does Tutu have? Tutu have 10,989 units. So we can find the, okay, we can find the profit of. Okay, now let's find, okay, share first. Okay, we are finding shares. So the total return, okay, the total return means profit. Okay, we take 2 ringgit 45 minus 2 ringgit 28, the cost, times 10,989. So each unit profit is 17 cent. 17 cent times 10,989. Okay, how much? It will be total 1,868.13. Okay, so this is the profit. Okay, yep. So now we can find ROI of share already. Okay, ROI, we take total return 1,868.13 divided by the total investment. Okay, how much is the investment? Well, investment just now we say is 25,000, and then times 100. So we get 7.47. Okay, 7.47%. Okay, so now can you tell which one is better? Which is more profitable? Share or fixed deposit? We compare ROI. The fixed deposit ROI just now we found is 3.84. For share is 7.47. Of course, share is better because the ROI is higher. Okay, now guys, you may write this. Okay, right. Share, because ROI is higher than fixed deposit account. Saham, kerana ROI lebih tinggi berbanding dengan simpanan tetap. Okay, so right. Complete already, then type done. Done. Now guys, I'm gonna skip some question and let's go to let's go to question 9. Okay, we're gonna do loan question, chapter 3 also, question 9. and also question 10. Okay, then after that, after these two questions, maybe we can do other topic. Okay, so we go question 9. Okay, Joker share make a personal loan of 100,000 from a bank to buy equipment for his concert. Okay, given that the interest rate 5% per annum, okay, now we need to calculate monthly installment, bayaran ansoran bulanan. Monthly installment of Joker share if the loan period is 9 years. Okay, if you want to take loan from bank, so you pinjam loan, of course bank will charge you interest, so you have to pay back. So we pay back in monthly every month. So what formula do we use? What is the first step? When we do loan question. Okay, remember there's this formula, A equal P plus PRT. So this A means total. The total amount that you need to pay back to the bank. All right, this is principal, and then PRT is actually interest. I equals to PRT. So this formula can use in different scenario, not just loan. Okay, every time if you want to find total, so this is the initial money, the original, the starting money, and then plus interest will be total. Okay, let's find in these 9 years how much Joker share have to pay back to bank, which is the A. Okay, A equal, so how much is the P? How much is the P? So the principal, so the initial amount, which is 100,000. Okay, 100,000 plus PRT. How much is the interest? Definitely bank will charge interest. So the interest will be 100,000 P times R. R is 5 over 100, 5%. And the T is 9 years. 100,000 plus the interest is how much? 45,000. So will be total 145,000. Understand? Okay, this is the total have to pay back. If I separate it into monthly installment, ansoran bulanan, okay, monthly installment, so we take this total 145,000, 45,000, okay, divide by what, guys? What should we divide it? I want to find monthly. We need to divide it by how many months? If it's 9 years, how many months? 9 times 12. Every year has 12 months. 9 years will be 108 months. Yep. Okay. So each month, how much? So each month, he has to pay back 1,342 ringgit 59 cents. So for monthly installment, you need to find total first, which is the A. Then you just divide by month. Okay, let's do number 10. Okay, number 10. Okay, the price of car is 80,000. James Arthur used his saving of 8,000 for down payment when buying the car. He got a loan for the balance from the bank, yearly interest rate 4% for 8 years. Calculate the total amount, okay, of loan repayment. Okay, total amount. Okay, I also need you to find one more thing. Can you add one more thing other than total loan repayment? I also need you to find monthly installment. Okay, we find monthly installment also for this question. Okay, first, we need to find how much is the total loan repayment, which is A equal P plus PRT, correct? Okay, guys, A equals P plus PRT. How much is the P? Okay, can you please tell me? P how much? The initial amount. Hey, Zoe, Just saw you. You just came in only, is it? Come on, you just came in only. Okay, so how much is the P? The initial amount. The car is 80,000, but James Arthur used 8,000 as down payment. Down payment is his own money, which means he paid 8,000 first. He paid 8,000, the remaining then only pinjam from the back. So the P is not 80,000. You want to attend Mandarin class or not, Louis? Mandarin class is 4 p.m. Okay, so P, okay, we write separately first. Okay, P is actually 80,000 minus 8,000. So the P is 72,000. So this is the amount he pinjam from bank. Okay, so A equals 72,000 plus PRT. 72,000 times R, 4%, times T, how many years? 8 years. Okay, 72,000 plus 72,000 times 4% times 8, 23,040. Plus together, so which is 95,040. Okay, so this is the total loan repayment. So if the question asks total loan repayment, so this is the answer. But I ask you to write one more. I want monthly installment. Okay, if to find monthly installment, okay, we continue. 95,040 divided by how many months? 8 years. So 8 times 12. So each month have to pay how much? 990. Okay, Ken, do you still remember this topic? I hope you still remember because we just did this chapter not long ago only. I mean, for those who used to be in my class. Okay, let's go to some other topic. Okay, we still have about 10 minutes, 10, 12 minutes like that. Okay, 12 minutes. Okay, what question I want to do? Okay, the question I want you to do is, okay, look at the random mixed question. Okay, random mixed question. Okay, last two questions, 17 and 18. Okay, last two questions, 17 and 18, I think, which is the last page, and also second last two questions. Okay, we complete these two questions. Okay, can. Now, let's see. The figure below is formed from two identical quarter circles with radius 7 cm. The overlapping shaded region is a square perimeter 20 cm. Okay, first we need to find area of the whole figure. Area of the whole figure. Okay, first understand how this thing form first. So they say it's actually two identical quarter circle. Quarter means 90 degree. 1 over 4. Okay, 1 over 4 of a circle. So do you see that? Okay. This is a quadrant, 90 degree. Then we have another same quarter circle, a quadrant, which overlap together. So here also 90 degree. You understand, right? So these two overlap and form this thing. Okay, the radius 7. So where is radius? Radius is jari. Radius is always from center, okay, which is where the angle is. So this is radius. So this is 7. This whole thing. Okay, this 7, 7, and 7. Okay, find the area of the whole figure. Okay, so to find area of the whole figure, can we find area of a quadrant first? You still remember what formula do we need? If I want to find circle, okay, 2 pi r or pi r squared. This thing you learned last year only, from 2. I want to find area of a circle. Area must use pi r squared. Pi r squared. Okay, so since I want to find a 90-degree quadrant, 90 degree, okay, so to find this area is 1/4 pi r squared. Correct? Okay. Then if I use 1/4 pi r squared, then I can find this whole thing. Okay, I can find this whole thing. But guys, how to find the other part? How about this one? Yes, we need to find whole thing. Okay, we found this part. But to get the white color part, so we need to think of another way. So this white color part is actually another quadrant. Another quadrant. Then okay, another quadrant. What we don't want? We already found the middle part. Let's just say if I already found middle part. We don't want this part again, isn't it? This, what is this shape? I don't want this part again. So this whole thing is this part. But for the blue color part, if I only want the white color, I don't want the middle one. So this is actually a square. You see that? So we find another quadrant, but I want to minus a square in the middle. I want to minus a square. Okay, what is the length of this square? Anybody can tell me? What is the length of this square? Yes, because they say the square perimeter 20. So it's 5. All right, so this 5, 5. Okay, so A. Now to find the area of the whole diagram, so first 1/4 times pi r. What is the radius? The radius is 7 square. Plus okay, another quadrant, also 1/4 pi. The r is also 7 square. But we need to minus a square. So square is 5 times 5. Understand? Then you can get the whole thing. Okay. Key this in your calculator. 1/4 times pi times 7 squared. Okay, this is 38.5. Plus, okay, this part, this is 38.5 minus 25. 38.5 plus 13.5. So total 52 cm square. So this is the area of the whole diagram. Okay, let's look at B. I erase this out. Okay, B, find the perimeter. Okay, this time we need perimeter of what? Whole figure. Okay, whole figure meaning I want this up, right? And also straight line, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. These 4 straight line. So all these things add together, which is perimeter. Okay, let's think about straight line first. Okay, this straight line, how many cm? Can you tell me? Anybody know? Because we know that this is the radius just now, supposed to be 7 cm, correct? And then the square length, we say that is how many cm? So the square is 5. Okay, 5. So then, which means this is 2. Isn't it? The perimeter of square is 5 times 4. So you mean this part? This one? You mean the 5 times 5 I wrote here? This is finding the area of square. So that's why 5 times the length 5, not perimeter. Part A is area. Now part B only perimeter. Okay, so this one 2. Okay, so meaning this is 2, 2, 2, and 2. Okay, guys, we need to find these two arcs. Is there a shortcut to find? I don't want to do these two things separately. If this is 90 degree of an arc, okay, if this is 90 degree of an arc, this is also another 90 degree of an arc. 90 plus 90 become what? 90 plus 90 become 180. So yes, correct. If you know this is 90 degree arc, this is also 90 degree arc, actually combine it will become 180. So we straight away use 180 will be faster. Agree or not? So that I don't have to do two things separately. Okay, so to find perimeter, perimeter of whole diagram. So just now we say the 2 times 4. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 times 4. And then the arc, the length got because 90 and also 90, so it's 180. Sure, we're 180. Times, okay, what formula do we use? Now we are finding length. Area, we use pi r square. So if it's length, panjang, we always use 2 pi r. Okay, don't forget 2 pi r is 7. Okay, plus 22. Okay, we get 30 cm. 30. This one done. Okay, last part. Find the area of unshaded region. Okay, guys. How to find unshaded regions? Okay, unshaded region, I think just now we found it, isn't it? Okay, unshaded region is this one. And also this. And then the bottom one is exactly the same. So you can times 2 to this thing. Agree? Times 2. How do we get this shaded region? Okay, just now we found, isn't it? This one. Here. Just now we spent time to think about this thing is actually the unshaded. Okay, which is this one. Which is this one. Yes. Okay, you can just repeat. Okay, see? Okay, we just have to take 35. Or okay, you can take this, the one that we found just now, or like what, like Musa, you say, okay, I can take 52, which is the whole diagram, minus the square. Yes, can also. Okay, just now we found 52. 52 is whole thing, everything. Then we minus the square, we get unshaded. Oh, agree or not? Okay, we minus the square. Okay, I think this is a good way to find also. So we take 52 minus square. Square is 5 times 5. So 52 minus 25. So we get 27 cm square. Okay. Now question 18, I think we have no time to complete. Okay, guys, the answer for this seminar, you know where to find it out? You know where to get answer? Is from the website also. Okay, the answer will be posted after that. I think not now. Now the answer is not posted yet. Okay, so you do first, all the question you do, then after that, when the answer is posted, you check. Okay? Now, thanks for coming. So I will see you guys in the normal class. Okay. I think our class ends here. You can have some rest to join the next class. Bye bye. See you guys.